Well, hello and good afternoon. Welcome back to the Rural Project. My name's Chris and I'd like to thank you for coming and watching the video today. So where I am, I'm at the top of Slippery Hill at the turning circle here in the woodyard, and I've got a job ahead of me today. So the task at hand on the Rural Project today is to take all of those logs from down here and bring them back up to the wood processing area. So we have the all-wheel drive, all-track drive trailer setup system that you've seen me use in the past. So the plan is to get down Slippery Hill, get down the gully, fill that trailer with that firewood and bring it back up here into the firewood processing area. Alright, let's get into it. Get this little off-road train on the go, get ourselves down the hill and see what trouble I can get into. I'm going to bypass the tree that's down. Oh, I really want to get into that and get it cleared, but tonight's job is to get down that gully and get some of these logs moved. So the first tricky section to traverse is this, maybe don't look it on the camera, but it's a bit of a steep decline down here just into the gully. And we'll be heading back up there. Once I was down the gully, it was time to do a little tricky manoeuvre of spinning the trail around so that I could drive out and drag the trailer out the gully. So I kind of spun the cab and spun the tracks at the same time and ended up with everything in the opposite direction. I'm not sure I was coming out of camera because we're in the shade here, but it is seriously warm still and very humid. But now I've pulled as many of these decent sized logs out as I can. I think it's time now to grab some of the smaller stuff, grab it by hand and yeah, get it thrown into the back. So that's a high danger level with the amount of snakes around here, so I've given everywhere a shove around with the excavator log grab, so hopefully anything that's in there has moved on its merry way. I'll get this done now and keep a very sharp eye out and see how I go. Right, we've done good here. Got a very full trailer. Be interesting to see what falls out of that on the way up the hill, but we'll get it moving anyway. What I've done, pulled all the wood out of that area and we've got it in a bit more of a neat pile. So either tonight I might get back down here, or another night at least it's all in one spot. And then what we've got here is largely sort of branches and small logs that'll go through the swing saw. Okay, let's get this thing moving. There's a lot of weight in there. It's going to be interesting getting it up the hill. But the sooner we get it started, the sooner we'll get it up there and see how much of a problem I've got or not. Right, let's get it moving. And when I got to the end of the gully, it was just too heavy and too tippy to try and pick that up and do a complete 360 spin so that I could drag it up the steep hill onto the landing area. So I managed to sort of pick it and slide it around and then push it up the hill. Pushing it was not as good as dragging it, but got to do what you got to do. Once I get myself onto the landing area, the next task is just to shuffle myself around, so manoeuvre things a little bit so that I've got a straight pull up the hill so I can drag this trailer onto the firewood processing area. As you'll see, things get a little bit sketchy a couple of times, but luckily nothing too bad. Okay, I've just found a problem here. Hopefully you can see the connection there for the trailer. Started to split. Now I'm going to gamble and drive this up to the top of the hill, but I'll be repairing this before I come and bring this down again. Okay, so now all is left to do is unload this trailer, get it thrown up on the wood pile here, and I'll be calling it for tonight. Right, let's get a little bit of time lapse going and get this thing done quickety quick. So I managed to get that trailer all empty. There we have it. All of the big rounds on the ground. And the rest of them have just been thrown in there and they'll get tidied up another day. Okay, that is the process. So I'll be doing that again when I come back on a lighter day. Maybe another hour or two after work one night. But that's the process. Down Slippery Hill with the trailer and the excavator. My Caterpillar track trailer. Get down there, load up with logs and bring them all the way back up here again. I'm actually having to think whether I'm going to create a wood store down at the bottom of Slippery Hill instead. Just to save the travelling up and down the hill, because it's a bit unnecessary. Plus I'm conscious, once I've got rid of all that wood, I'm going to go further down the gully and start taking more and more trees from the underside of the dam there. And I'm going to try and clear that whole area. I'm going to try and get that done before I get all the rains in autumn. Didn't want to do any hot jobs and heavy jobs in the heat of summer, but got to say, if I don't, I'm never going to get back down there again. Not for a whole year, because once it gets wet down there, even the cat tracks don't work too well. Okay, well that's it for me. I'm going to wrap up now, do a quick tidy up and then head home. So thanks for watching the rural project. Did return to the land a few days later, and the trees that you can see in this video, well, they needed to come down. I found a day without a lot of wind and took all of those 3 trees down. And as you can see, it really improved the view from the shed.